Thank you both for being here today. Exciting times, Guidewire DEVSummit 2026. Just a few questions for you guys. Really looking forward to the conversation today. AI is a big topic, obviously. Everybody's in the mode of proving out AI. What type of organizational changes do you expect within Accenture to move from prototyping into production?
Well, Neil, at the heart of our reinvention strategy or Accenture's reinvention strategy is the idea that we are looking at building a very strong data layer at its core, which is going to be sitting right under the core, which heavily relies on Guidewire. There is this ecosystem around it, and then we have our entire AI architecture on the top of it. So the focus for us is building this robust data strategy. Think clear data model, think all data at one place, think very strong data security. We build a target operating model around it. We establish very clear and measurable metrics to enable this data fed into the core. Like I said, Guidewire core systems built on the ecosystem around it. And then, like I said, is our agentic architecture to enable AI services. We've seen a lot of success with this grounds up transformation strategy for agentic, as you may call it, with a bunch of our European customers and a few others. The central idea that we are going by is that we are not solving automation challenge over here. The real challenge that we are solving over here is to increase customer experience, to enable business outcomes. I'd go a step ahead and say enable serious business outcomes, because with that robust, reliable, responsible data strategy at the core, at the heart of it, we are able to achieve it for our customers. The central idea is to make AI scalable. The central idea is to make AI adoptable, flourishable, enterprise-wide. And that really is the heart of our reinvention strategy for our P&C Guidewire clients.
That's perfect, because it leads right into the next question where I was going, and you mentioned delivering business value for the clients, not doing technologies just for the sake of doing technology. So my next question is, what are you seeing concerns from customers, or what's the advice you would give customers as they go down this AI journey?
Yes, sure. So I think that's a great question. I think the business challenge that we see is the expense ratios. So in the insurance industry, as we know, profitability is a challenge. With markets being so competitive, carriers globally even more competitive, and everyone has a product that is kind of niche as well as general, right? So I think expense ratios is one. Second is how do we kind of give the right premiums, right? How do we make the right price offers to the customers, corporate and private, as well as the specialty lines, right? So we see a lot of inaccuracies in the premium calculations. We don't price the products properly based on the claims ratios, and I think that's where the hotspots are, because end of the day, the CEOs and the CTOs look for the balance sheet, to be very honest, right? Technology is there. And what we have done is, like one of our clients where I have personally worked, like from Accenture perspective, we have a very good consulting expertise, and then we have the technology kind of finesse, and at the same time the GenAI, right? So combination of this we have brought together, and Guidewire being a platform which is very scalable from a GenAI perspective, we are building platforms that will help to reduce expense ratios based on, I would say, data data layer, from a domain-specific data layer, looking up what is the historical losses and then pricing the premiums. So I think that's going to help increase profitability for the customer and bring kind of a real GenAI use case to life. And I think what the customers are also trying to do is to make this happen, they want to keep this very secured. So they are looking at enterprise level LLMs which are not public, in the public domain. And I see customers making a lot of investments in this space to build a domain specific layer on the LLM technology and build it for their enterprise to help solve such business use cases by bringing very real backend data which is more customer centric and not general data sets which are available publicly, from an industry perspective. I think that's where a lot of investments will come, and I think Guidewire has a very important role here from the agentic AI futuristic roadmap. I think that's going to help us kind of achieve this together. So, yes.
Yeah, thank you for that. And you mentioned a few things about our platform. Just wanted to get your thoughts a little bit on our roadmap. Obviously, we're talking a lot about agentic AI. We're talking about Pro Navigator, Pricing Center. We're rolling out 3 ski releases each year. There's a lot going on, but maybe just get a few comments about our roadmap.
Yes, I think that from a roadmap perspective, the part that really appeals me is underwriting and the pricing and rating. Because just I know, as a follow-up to the previous question, like I have worked on multiple programs where these 3 are the targeted transformation areas for our customers. And I think the agentic AI layer combined with the Guidewire roadmap that we see, the pricing center and the Quantitator, I think has a role to play here. And if we have the power of AI into this, in the business process of underwriting decision, fact-based decision engine, using GenAI based on real-time data for the customers embedded into Guidewire, that's going to bring a huge difference to our customers to make this, the kind of output that Pricing Center and Quantitator embedded into the workflows. What will happen is you will bring the power of Guidewire plus GenAI enabled datasets combined together. That will make us achieve the real business outcomes for our customers. And I think Guidewire is best placed because we have a very strong kind of platform which is for insurance, and GenAI is embedded in the architecture, right? The agentic AI, once it is enabled in the, I think in the year releases which are coming, along with the new Pricing Center and Quantitator, that's going to make a huge difference for our customers. So I think it's a great roadmap, and I'm looking forward to make it successful.
Well, thank you both for joining me just for a few minutes today.
Yes.
Thank you for your partnership. It really means a lot to Guidewire.
Yes, yes.
And together, Guidewire and Accenture can do great things. So we really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.